Let's keep this thing moving along. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We got to talk some NBA, my boy.
Here we go.
Got to talk a little NBA because our beloved Chicago Bulls are dumb. Woo! We got some dummies.
I just want to say that though the views expressed by Pat the Designer are only of this this particular incident.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Okay. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I got the green light.
It doesn't matter.
All right, here we go. Let's take this right.
Where we at, who we affiliated with. We are going to be honest. I am at the home of the White Sox, and they are the worst baseball team in baseball history.
All right,
and they are run by one of the worst owners in baseball history.
All right, so here we go. So you all are ready for this one. So the Chicago Bulls apparently had received offers.
It's Crimson. R.I.P. to 200 in the chat.
Hey, R.I.P. to that. Because as soon as you hear Bulls, you go.
Hey, it is what it is.
Hey, that was a good.
It is what it is.
We got to report the news though.
We got to talk about what's out here to be talked about.
I just want to say this, Joe. You don't watch much NBA nowadays. I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you this, baby. Listen,
Joe. Who does Alex Caruso play for?
Hopefully you know this. But I will actually. That's crazy if you actually said that. Would you trade him for potentially a trade package revolving around a top 10 pick in this year's draft?
I can't believe they did. I had just found out about that. I'm like, he's like our sixth man.
He literally is like.
You're not trading. I mean, I'm lost for words. Like,
now,
I don't know what they're doing over there.
If I have to add this, I'm going to say this. It's not dumb in the sense of them wanting to maintain a shot at being a playoff team. Here's where it's dumb for me. Because he is a pivotal part. He's a very pivotal part for us to be a defensive team.
I'm about to get these credits wrong.
Well,
let me finish. Let me cook for a second.
Before you cook, can we tell the people what we're talking about
exactly.
before we actually get to the?
I got you. The reports are that the Bulls rejected trades around Alex Caruso. Number one being a top 10 pick for Alex Caruso. They even had the Warriors being involved in that particular trade as well. This is coming from Will. I can't pronounce his last name.
Will Gottlieb.
There you go. That gentleman. Now you take that with a grain of salt. There you go. You take that with a grain of salt, though. But apparently this is credible enough for us to talk about it. Anyway, good coverage. We're good. We can move on. We're going to move on. And so listen, the reason why I am going to say that this is not a bad thing initially is because I like the premise in which they positioned it. Hey, we want to maintain some level of competitiveness so that we can be a playoff team. Here's the problem. We're not a playoff team.
We suck.
We suck. We haven't developed enough people, and we are now, our star is pretty much under 25. This is a perfect time to do what, Pat? What it starts with an R.
Rebuild.
There you go, Pat. Don't worry about it. Thanks for playing our word game of Scrabble or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, listen, it's the time to rebuild. And for some odd reason, we are stuck in this level of mediocrity that only AK seems to be tied to. So my question to you is, Pat, if you had the chance to trade Alex Caruso for a top 10 pick in this draft, would you have done it?
Listen, I'm so irritated at this, and here's what irritates me the most.
Hey, his posture changed. Did you say? Listen, my man look like he about to line up right now. Like
I feel the same way. Like this is ridiculous.
Because here's what irritates me the most about this. I can't even look at AK on this. I can't even look at Mark Eversley on this. This is not Acme.
I don't.
And it makes me question how much blame they've taken. Because the report literally says
ownership.
Will not allow this. Per Will Gottlieb, this is what he had to say in the article. According to sources with knowledge of the situation, Bulls have received offers from multiple teams consisting of multiple protected first-round picks. One of those deals includes a pick that is in the top 10 of the 2024 draft. The source said the Golden State Warriors were among the teams who made a strong offer for Caruso. The source indicated that this was a mandate from the Reinsdorfs to fight for the playoffs that no doubt impacted the front office's decision-making when it came to pulling the trigger on any Alex Caruso deal. And this is why this irritates me. This is why this pisses me off, because I watched this. I watched the White Sox open up a window. I watched them have a team that actually looked like it was going to be a competent baseball team. Dare I say, a competing baseball team. Tim Anderson, Yohan Moncada, Luis Robert, Eloy Jimenez. You know what I then watched them do? I watched them go out and say, we have to right a wrong that we did back in 1982. We have to go hire Tony La Russa. We can't make moves because we have to go out and we have to keep our guys in the building. We have to build this internally. I can't even blame AK for this. I can't even blame Mark Eversley for this because I watched them do the exact same thing with the front office that the White Sox had. And then I watched them blame them for everything that went wrong, fire everybody, and bring in Chris freaking Getz. This is a Reinsdorf issue. This is a ownership issue. You have ownership who seemingly, right? Remember, it's supposed to be Michael's team. We taking our hands off of it. This ain't Michael's decision. No. This ain't a Michael decision. This is a Jerry decision. This is a Jerry move that we've been seeing Jerry make for 100 years.
Because you know why? He's taking advantage, knowing that people are going to buy tickets. Until people stop actually going to the games, what is the motivation? The bottom line doesn't stop if we keep bringing in the money.
Hey, Joe.
And the funny thing about
don't nobody go to White Sox games?
No one goes to White Sox games.
We don't put up with it.
No.
But this is the thing. It has nothing. I love when people say this. You got to affect their bottom line. You have to affect their money. That don't matter. He's operating with a 1985 mindset in 2024.
That's very true.
The most expensive player the Sox have. How much people getting paid in baseball? $600 million? Easy. How much you Darvish just get?
Jesus.
600 million? 700 million?
Yeah, they got a lot of money.
The most expensive player we've ever signed.
It's like 88, right?
79 million. Andrew Benintendi. By the way, he's the third worst baseball player in the majors.
Yeah, dude.
This is a Jerry Reinsdorf mindset in the wrong era of basketball. Like everything that he does, he's sitting here saying, we want to be competitive so that we can keep our team in the conversation. No one's talking about you except to laugh at you, but he don't care because guess what? The seats are filled with the businessmen and all of that. And it doesn't matter about if people are going to the games or not going to the games. This is how he operates. This is the teams that he builds. This is how now phenomenal businessman.
That's
phenomenal businessman.
That's what it is.
Phenomenal businessman. But as far as an owner, he could care less about actually improving his basketball team to championship level. Because if you did care, there's no way that you're interfering with what your GM can and can't do. But if you went out, paid this guy, and I believe Michael went out and found AK. I believe that Michael got it 80% of the way here, and Dad was like, "Nah, bro. Let me take that back real quick.
That's not how we do things. Let me show you the right way. There's Dad's way, and then there's the right way.
I don't think he doesn't care about winning. I think he cares about winning under the certain parameters, like you said, 1985, meaning I don't want to spend the money that some of these other guys are willing to spend.
It's just basic business.
And the reason I say that is because if you go to it, like I went to multiple games last season. They were competitive games. We actually beat Milwaukee in one of them.
Every game I went to last year, we won.
Like they were really competitive games. The spirit in the UC was high.
Actually, I went to one that wasn't competitive because we blew the doors off Indiana.
Oh, and then I went to one where we blew the doors off Detroit. It wasn't even like, listen, we were literally just sitting there, like just kicking it by the second quarter. Like it's competitive enough, but it's not championship
it's
competitive.
Complacency.
It is complacency. Yeah,
you
absolutely.
had the best. You didn't want.
And you didn't want to pay the best.
Do we really know what was really going on back there? Like you knew you had the best. You didn't. You blew up a whole dynasty because did you not want to pay $30 million? You didn't want to. Well, to a degree, they use an excuse for the guys getting older, right? Scotty with the back, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. You had it. But they knew they had a run of 10 years worth of sellouts. But they used Mike for the next 10 years. Then they made enough room where Jerry kind of rebuilt the team a little bit. Then they bring Garpax in. They built the squad with Kirk. Then they get lucky with
but you got to understand
Rose.
It's about where. By the way, take another shot. It's about where they cheap out.
History.
It's about where they cheap out.
Where they cheap out at.
That next team. What was that next team, Joe?
Which one?
After the championship team. What's the next team they built?
It was the Baby Bulls squad.
Elton Brand, Ron Artest, Jamal Crawford, Jay Williams, Brad Miller. All of them are all-stars.
And they almost broke it up again.
They did break that team up.
Because they went and traded Elton Brand where they were going to move him earlier. But it's like you didn't want to pay Elton Brand.
But then they didn't get good coaching.
You went out and you got your buddy. You went out and got Tim Floyd. That's what I'm saying. There are certain moments where you actually get it right. Right? Derrick Rose, you got it right.
But some of this,
and then somehow you go out there and you find a way to F up that combination. That dude's done. We don't believe in him anymore. We don't think that he's going to be successful anywhere else he goes. Jimmy Butler's been successful everywhere else he's gone. Tom Thibodeau's been successful everywhere else he's gone. Everybody that you get rid of is successful everywhere else they've gone because you want to sit here and operate like a mom and pop shop over on the corner of freaking who gives an AF.
This also goes back to coaching because we've had several players, even from the last 2 years, who one is even in the finals right now. 2 of them are actually in the finals right now.
Both on the same team.
To me,
DJJ and Daniel Gafford.
But to me, what the common denominator is strong personalities that stand up to someone like a Reinsdorf.
100%.
It reminds me of the Bears. It's strong personalities that stand up to the ownership who probably questions them, right? And it gets to a point where you're not appreciating the talent, or because you got to think about what Reinsdorf did, right? When he bought that team, they were nothing, right? What like the Last Dance, to me, it showed you the mentality, like you just said, about how those owners, a lot of those owners thought it's a new day right now. It's a lot of ownership groups that run these teams now. It's more modern thinking type of owners. He's still one of the original dudes. What is he, 80, 83, 84?
Age-wise, or when he bought the team?
No, he's like 80-some years old.
Both are right,
He's
by the way.
still-
Both of them are right, age-wise and when he bought the team.
He bought it in 81 or 82, whatever it is. But
he's 88.
He's 80. Like, that person is still running things. 88 years old. He's the last of that
like
generation.
The Blackhawks.
Yeah, and
it feels like the Blackhawks.
And what happened when Rocky Wirtz? Then he passed away.
Rocky
His son
Wirtz
took
ended up
over.
passing
New
away.
owner, modern thinking. His son took it over. We have to think differently. And honestly, that's a lot of people get stuck in their ways. I've been successful. This is how we did it. This is how we're going to do it. What's that Tony Stark line? It's the way Dad did it. This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been done.
I'm optimistic to say that the Bulls are like one step away from doing what the Bears recently did.
The problem is, and here's why I almost can't compare the Bears. I can compare the Bears before George took over.
Mm-hmm.
When George took over, his first regime is John Fox. Right?
He let Ernie Accorsi.
Right. His first regime is John Fox, though.
Yeah, through Ernie Accorsi, though.
But that means that he went through one GM. You get a new job, you got to figure your job out.
You got to figure it out. Yeah.
He went through one GM.
Yeah.
He was like, that didn't work. We got to fire everybody. Ryan Poles is second GM. We love everything he's doing. So I can't give you for George McCaskey what I could have gave you for Michael, what I could have gave you for what was done right after Muggsy ended up passing away. That's a different Bears regime than what we have right now, because George looked at it, and to me, it is a difference because Mom said, hey, look, Virginia said, this is y'all's to build. Y'all got to figure it out. Let one son go through it. He went through his lump. She ain't step in and say, you got to do this. Now she stepped in when she was like, hey, you suck. I got to fire you. Like you bad when your mama got to fire you on national television.
Yeah, but you're talking about egos. Like these people that run these type of teams, again, I think it's a difference when you have an ownership group that understands the business, like really understand the business. What we're seeing now with Chicago is, for the first time, you see a major change that once Ted Phillips goes away, who does the bidding of what the McCaskies want to do, now we bring in a president of operations, who ran the Big Ten. He was successful in St. Louis. He built a stadium in Minnesota. Like, this is big time football. We're not talking about like if you got to spend a little bit of money to get what you want at the end of the day. And so it's just disappointing, or just it's refreshing in a sense that now we're like, we got to get a quarterback. Like our whole team has changed. The energy is different now.
But I think my point in all of that is that I don't look at the Bears and the Bulls as apples to apples. Mama let it go, and it's gone. Hey, it's on you. It's on you to figure it out. It took George one regime to figure it out. Now, for us, a regime is right. John Fox is what? That's 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
The equivalent.
So that's a long time.
No, but the equivalent is that's like Virginia is still running the team.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I can't put the flack on the Bears. I can put the Bulls are who they. This is who they always been.
Well,
they get rid of Vinny Del Negro when Vinny and John Paxson get into it. Now they were swinging on each other.
But here's the thing.
That's with everybody.
Here's the thing. You said that this was mostly a Reinsdorf thing. We know we attribute this to mostly Jerry. I don't think this is a Michael move. And I think that we're closer.
I think this is a Jerry move.
I think we're closer to Michael being able to have more say because it's getting louder. We're getting loud. The press is getting louder around. Hey, this is not how things work.
I'm still shocked.
But Jerry don't care about that. Michael cares enough that he ended up moving everything when the All-Star game came to Chicago, and he's like, "Hey, do y'all think we're a real franchise?" And I was like, "No."
I'm with you.
That's when the changes came.
I think we're closer to that reality happening now. Again, he's 88.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying that he has to transition or anything like that. I'm saying that eventually, he steps away. I think that's going to be one of those things where that happens.
It's not happening.
And you can get in some of these moves. Let's be for real. Some of the reasons why we are where we are is absolutely AK's fault. Right. I think
some of it is
absolutely his fault.
But here's the thing.
The emperor behind all those moves.
No, but here's the thing.
I mean, come on.
I'm not saying that the moves he made aren't his fault, but if the moves I'm making are with me handcuffed, okay, what's the best move I can make here? Patrick Beverley. All right, it's better than most.
Hey, what's the best move I can make here? The 4th overall.
We're talking about. Listen, they're talking about not trading a 6th man for a first round, a top 10 pick. Draft is bad or not. You can't tell me that
he also has one of the highest plus minuses on the team.
No.
Like he's a freakishly ridiculous stat stuffer. Realistically,
a good glue guy, but I'm not. Our team isn't going anywhere.
Statistically,
let's be real.
Let's
be real. Let's be real. If he's on a championship team, he's Draymond Green.
I wouldn't even say that.
If he's on a championship team,
he's white from Boston.
I'm gonna tell you this right. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Green.
If he's on a championship team, we're talking about him going to a Hall of Fame.
Who?
Alex Caruso. 100%.
Wait, what?
If he's on a championship level team,
let me add clarity to it.
We're talking about him going.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
No, yeah, let me add context to it. He does so much.
Yes.
He does so much defensively. He does so much on the offense and how it flows.
What am I missing?
Like Draymond.
You're saying that this Alex Caruso is going to the Hall of Fame?
No, what I'm saying
Draymond Green
is
not a stat stuffer, right? Realistically, they call him triple single, right? He gets you 7 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
But he's going to the Hall of Fame because when he gives you that 7, 7, and 7,
yeah, but
he's cooking in so many. Yeah, Alex Caruso
could be a starter.
He's not.
No, but what I'm saying is if he was on a championship level team,
then he would be doing more here to do something right now.
We're not set up for him to be successful.
No.
Draymond Green is not set up to be successful.
I might have to roll creds on y'all. No.
It's just
if Draymond's on his own team, will he do more?
I understand
without Steph and without
where you're going, but Draymond to me is more.
He would score a little bit more, right? Alex Caruso had his highest output offensively last season.
But this is
when they asked him to do more, he was able to do more.
Yes, but he's doing the Dennis Rodman type of stuff. We need you to sacrifice certain things to do in the total scheme of things. Alex Caruso, to your point, he is a very good glue guy. He's not that guy that goes to the Hall of Fame. Regardless, if he's even that type of impact, we should be doing more because he's still the 6th man.
Okay,
Alex Caruso was like your Thaddeus Young.
Hold on.
He's a better Thaddeus Young.
No, way better Thaddeus Young. Just so we understand this, right? You know the Lakers don't win in the bubble without him.
Facts.
I agree. He's a good glue guy.
That's not a glue guy.
Okay.
If you're a guy that you don't win in the bubble without, that's more than a glue guy.
They had a lot of glue.
If that's a guy, if you're a guy that I don't, if you're a guy that I don't win an NBA championship without, you're more than a glue guy.
You're a necessity,
dude. No.
Name a glue guy that a team doesn't win an NBA championship without.
Andre Iguodala.
Andre Iguodala was more than a glue guy.
He was the Finals MVP. He was an all-star. Like, no,
he came off the bench.
A team dynamic is he
was the 6th man.
To me, Caruso is kind of in that Tony Allen type of vein. Hey, really good dude.
Andre Iguodala got Finals MVP getting cooked.
I'm just saying.
Well,
my point is that I appreciate Alex Caruso, but I'm fine trading him for a top 10 pick.
No, but the percentages are terrible.
Give me, you know who I want.
No, listen, Joe, we're having two different conversations. I agree with you.
I'm just saying we could get
Joe, I agree with you to trade him.
True.
I've said this the entire time.
Right.
I agree.
That's
right?
what we're talking about.
I think if you traded him to Houston, that you could get the 3rd overall pick. I think that's a real conversation.
Anybody that would give me a pick for freaking Alex Caruso.
I also think you're very much undervaluing Alex Caruso.
No, I think I have him right where I think he's supposed to be. I think he is a valuable player. He is not
Alex Caruso 10. On the Heat. They go a lot farther.
No.
Yes.
Oh yes, they do.
Yeah.
No, he's a good He's a good.
See, that's the part. That's the part that you're undervaluing Alex Caruso.
He's what 10 points, 6
Joe,
assists.
Joe, the NBA don't even value
game.
Alex Caruso as low as you value him.
That's a fact.
They offered two. They offered two first round
I'm
picks
wrong.
for him last year.
I'm not seeing top 10.
No
stuff.
But here's the thing: you're not seeing it because of how he's utilized here. But even here, he has moments to shine.
LA, he was decent in LA.
No, in LA, he was important.
In LA, he was a dog.
He was important. He was more impactful than Austin Reeves.
Smoking crack.
But he just couldn't shoot as well.
Dog.
Austin Reeves is a not. You can't trade him.
Nation. Y'all trading Caruso or not?
No, we all trading Caruso. Nobody's saying that.
No one's saying don't trade because we believe the bullshit. We start rebuilding.
We think the Bulls need to start rebuilding. But the conversation that we're having has nothing to do with that.
He ain't going to no goddamn Hall of Fame.
I didn't say he was going to the Hall of Fame either.
If he was on a championship team,
listen
he would
to
be
me.
a
if
Hall
he
of Fame.
Was, yes.
No,
talent.
He's no different. He's Ron Harper.
No,
the Bulls.
He's not.
He's not.
He's not.
When Ron Harper got to the Bulls, he was like 6 points a game and very, very irrelevant.
No, Ron Harper. Ron Harper was above 20.
He was a starting, technically point guard
when he got to the
Bulls. This is not even a starter.
And came to the Bulls.
Who is he? I'm just saying. You said all of it. I'm sorry. I'm about to go crazy over it.
Joe, I'm telling you, like if he was on a perennial championship team,
he was going to be a good player on a really good team. He's white. He's white over there in Boston.
That's great. You're wrong.
I'm not.
But I like that you're saying it. I like how you're saying it.
You just said Hall of Fame.
His offensive plus minus and his defensive plus minus
are two of the best in the NBA.
So it's like it's just how he as a player, his impact is
not a Hall of Fame.
He does a lot of stuff that don't show up on the stat sheet.
You know what? We're having two different arguments. Okay,
we are.
We
get my blood pressure.
We've literally said this.
You're not.
You need to put beige rage on for yourself.
I'm not. You need to put confused rage on there. That's what is happening. You're very confused right now.
I'm about to lose my stuff.
They also let anybody into the Basketball Hall of Fame. But that's a whole different conversation there.
This is a great comment, and this is I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but it lets me know exactly where we are. What do you know about Mikal Bridges?
To me, I mean, that's a decent shooting guard right there. He's a starting guard for Charlotte, right? Huh? For who? Wait,
for
what?
Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn.
Miles. You thinking Miles. You thinking Miles.
Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, one of them is the same thing.
They both honestly
I'll give him that. I
ain't gonna lie to you. Both of their profiles is kind of like, yeah, you can say the same thing. He's a solid guard for whichever team you pick. Like,
I mean, Mikal Bridges is an Iron Man.
Mikal Bridges, I mean,
he's Iron Man.
I'm saying I value Caruso, just not at that level of not wanting to trade a top 10 pick.
No, I agree with you. But the league does value him that high. And I think that's my problem with it. That's my problem with the Bulls. This is not an overvalue to me. This is an apt value.
Shut up.
Hey, Drew just cooked you.
Ain't nothing like your friends at your brother.
Don't watch
I'm asking Joe Ball questions. He ain't watched since 98.
Oh, God. He gets on my nerves.
That's crazy.
Ain't nothing like your brother to sit there and always try to always come for
Oh, dog. I love it. Hey, let's keep this thing going, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, showing love. Finals in tonight, boys?
Yep. No.
Yep.
I got Boston 4-2, but they lose tonight.
Boston loses. They're going home. Why even draw it out?
Well, I don't think they want to. I don't think Boston wants to. Like, what kind of answer was that? Why even draw it out? Like, it's about if you can beat them or
not. They can get home. They did what they had to do. All you need to do is take one game on the home team.
Yeah.
It depends on how. All right, Kristaps Porzingis is.